let's cleanse with some dragon's blood before we get started on this broadcast. Today is the Lionsgate energy that we need to harness. It's very, very powerful. Before we start talking about this, I want to thank you for stopping by the channel. If this is your first time, welcome to my reality. If you are returning, thanks for coming back. Please click the like button and subscribe so you don't miss any other teachings. On this channel, this is where spiritual meets wellness. So you will get tips about wellness in terms of maybe some herbs, things of that sort, as well as some spiritual tips as well. You may learn some spells, money bowl, cleansings, protection, things of that sort, and everything in between. Please go visit my website, www.earthbabebotanica, BONTANIC.com. I'm sorry, I was looking at my notes. I gotta have notes, y'all, because I'll be all jacked up. But go ahead and check out the website. Again, that's where you're going to see everything, whether it may be candles, books, wellness products, spiritual products. When you go on, you're going to know what you need to get for yourself. Shop intuitively. We thank you over here for that support. I'll have that website down in the description so you can take a look at it. All right, so let's get started. Lionsgate portal is today, 8/8. Let's talk about it. Now, the Lionsgate portal, it definitely occurs, this is an annual thing, of course. This occurs between the 8th and the 16th, no later than the 16th. Everyone can't, it's just like the full moon or new moon. Even if you can't hit it on that day, you still have about a week from the day of the beginning of the Lionsgate to be able to harness that energy. On the day is, the best, of course. It's a powerful portal, very powerful. At this day and age, at this time, 2023, it is important to try to harness these different spiritual days throughout the months in the year, because this one in particular is very good for spiritual growth and transformation. The Leo solar energy, it represents vitality, creativity, and self-expression. Now, let's talk about how we can use this energy, okay? Focus on activities that boost your confidence. You know what I mean? Meaning, if you're competitive, go play, for the women, some touch football. Guys touch football too. But just play some different sports, or do some things that's going to boost you up. I don't care if it's makeup, whatever the case is. Just choose some activities that are going to boost your confidence. Okay? And you'll find it around this time, you'll notice that your creativity is starting to peak again. It's really good. I don't know about you, but doing things creative, whether it's me making an herbal salve, a tea, a detox, whatever the case may be, shea butter shampoo, that's my happy place. That's my happy place. Something else for you. It could be painting. It could be baking, cooking, whatever the case may be, sharing, teaching, whatever the case may be that kind of puts you in a creative mode. Go ahead and do it. You've got to harness this energy. This is very, very heavy energy right now. Also, let's try to do some things that will boost your self-esteem. What I mean by this is, first of all, look back at yourself. No stinking thinking. If you've gained some weight, stop saying that you're fat. If you feel that you're not, there's something on your body you don't like, don't even say it to yourself. You gotta boost your self-esteem. And also watch the type of people that you're around, because in a friendship, relationship, whatever the case may be, The person should be pouring into you as much as you pouring into them. Do you follow me? This is when you hear people say, um, the relationship no longer serves me. It's not a thing of you're using a person, but if you keep pouring and pouring and pouring into someone's cup, you have nothing else for yourself. It's the same thing. Okay. So that's going to be really a really big thing to look at in terms of um, boosting your energy for yourself and your confidence and things of that sort. All right, so let's talk about what the lion symbol means. For Leo, it always basically represents courage, strength, and leadership. Okay, a lot of times, when these times come up, you can tap into this energy and almost embody it, and you can embody an energy by meditating on it and envisioning. Because, all of us, nobody has everything. But one thing I would say is, when these energies come up, these heavy energy days, I try to harness them because you know what? It cultivates your inner strength and your inner resilience, you know, the tenacity side of you. It's major these days. Whether you are recreating yourself, you are taking on leadership role, it all depends on what's going on in your life. But I would utilize the energy to fit what you need. Now, during the Lionsgate, it's thought that it's again, it's very important to try to align yourself with these energies because it helps you to connect to higher realms, okay, in spiritual dimensions. Don't get scared. Don't get scared. Fear, we can't support fear at this point. Um, and the best way to utilize the energy again is to try to get into deep meditation. All you have to do is set your intention, meaning when you sit down in your quiet space without moving, whether it's sitting up or laying down, set your intention on what you want to do. I want to embody the Lion's Gate or Leo's energy. Now, let me tell you, sidebar. A lot of clients, excuse me, a lot of clients will ask me, every time I try to meditate, I go to sleep. It's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But what I would say is, try to meditate in the morning. Meditate in the morning after you have slept. That's when you're going to get um, you're going to have the best time to meditate, as well as uh, you'll be much clearer in hearing information that you need to hear, whether it's a download or whatever. Always try to meditate in the morning. You can meditate at night, but if you're tired and fall asleep, you got to try again the next day, so to speak. Now during the Lionsgate time, again, like I said, you'll receive a lot of cosmic downloads. During this time, you're going to get a lot of guidance. You'll be told things like, basically intuitively. Now, mind you, let me explain to you how I have downloads. It may be different for you. And if it's different for you, please put it in the comments and share with us so we can start a dialogue about it. For myself, when I know I'm about to get some downloads, and this is going to sound weird, but it happens every time, the top of my head gets very, very sensitive. When I say very sensitive, you know how you can take your hand and plop it on your head? No, 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 no. I can't even do that. I can barely tap lightly and touch my hair. That's how I know. I said, okay, something's going to come through. I'll get it within the next couple of hours. So I'm always forewarned, and sometimes things come through so quickly that, I'm not even touching my head. I just get it and that's it. But it's very important to follow your intuition and go by the guidance. Now, you know, being told something intuitively, it's in your best interest to follow through with it. Because the first thing we'll say is, oh, well, I think I heard something, but, I don't know what that was. Okay. Maybe it's not time for you to follow it yet. But for myself, because I'm tapped in, I listen to my ancestors. I don't play games. I know they have my best interests. I know they love me, and I'm never alone. So if something comes to me, I don't even ask no questions. I go ahead and do it. I'll give you an example. I was driving down one of the streets in my township, and it's the way I go home all the time, and the only way I know, actually, because I just moved out here. So I'm driving, and Spirit just said turn left. So I'm like, okay. So I go to the next light, make my left hand turn. And I remember saying, well, Spirit, I don't know where I'm going, but let me put my GPS on. So I put the GPS on. It took me a little longer to get home, but no big deal. So I have a news station that goes across my phone for my local area. So it just so happened, I saw my township go across the top. And I don't normally, because I don't watch TV and all that, but I will keep a good news station so I know what's going on. So I saw my township, so I decided to open it. And lo and behold, there was a quick broadcast stating, at such and such a time, I don't know, it was like 5:30 something, there was a 6-car pileup. And I was looking, and I said, oh my God, I would have been in that had I kept going straight. I don't play around when it comes to my ancestors and my spirit team. I listen. I don't play games. Um, so I take that guidance. You know what I mean? Or some insights. I take them all because they know what's best. They have a bird's eye view of everything's going on for us. Now. You also, I'd say that I will say this a million times on any video that I put up. You will always hear me remind you to be mindful of what you're thinking. You need to start being mindful for what you're thinking. This is your inner thoughts, okay? Because see, we could talk to ourselves and be just as mean. It's the truth. We could be just as mean if we're not happy about something, if we're procrastinating, if you don't like something that's happening. Oh, we're just, you do something, quote unquote, that you feel you did wrong. Oh, we can tear our own damn selves down. We don't need nobody to tear us down because we do a perfect job of that ourselves, which is not a good thing. But, you got to start somewhere. Also, during this time, if you're having a lot of dreams, journal them. I don't care. Me personally, I like to write stuff down. But if I'm getting up and I don't want to miss the dream, like forget it, I will back to it. Most of the time, when I go back to it and read over it, I'll give it a couple of weeks. It'll come to pass. Your dreams are filled with a lot of symbolism. You've got to look at the symbols that you're having. The symbols that come through. I just had a client tell me today, a couple hours ago, that she had a dream about a leopard biting her arm. She's in her old childhood house. She was talking to animals. And I'm like, okay, so you got a lot to look up. And I will always tell my clients, I kid you not, when it comes to dreams or synchronicities with numbers, you need to look them up. Okay? This is your ancestors trying to get in contact with you. So what you're getting in contact, them getting in contact with you is not going to mean the same for me because that's not my ancestors, that's yours. You know what I mean? So when you have dreams or synchronicity numbers or things that you see come up, look at it. The spiritual meaning of da da da. In my dreams, I saw a leopard that bit my arm and led me outside. Look that up. Spiritual meaning of the number 222. There's going to be 100 different meanings. Your ancestors will throw out whatever you need to know and it will resonate with you. Again, what 222 means to me is not going to mean the same for you. Okay? Moving right along. Also, you got to be open. Be in the receiving mode. Okay, to receive guidance. A lot of people, they think they're in receiving mode, but they're really not. Again, I don't know about you, but I came from a Christian background, you know, and one of the reasons, the major reasons why I stopped subscribing to any organized religion or Christianity, because see, when I started questioning the Bible, I started studying. I studied the Bible next to the Quran, side by side, so I could learn about both of them. At that point, then I started studying other type of spiritual Bibles or teachings, at the same time. So then at that point, I was able to, effectively learn different things. However, at the same time, it really got down to, you know, the difference between spirituality and um, actually following a organized religion is organized religion. You'll hear people say in Christianity, go out and spread the gospel. You know, everything is out, out, out. Spirituality makes you look inward first, and then you go out. You start with yourself inward and you go out, and there's no fear. You'll hear, oh, well, you know what? I have fear because you got to do what's right because you'll be scared because you know what? God will send you to hell. Not true. But you know what? That's a whole nother topic for a whole nother day. But anyway, so when it got down to the get down with me studying spirituality, it allowed me to look inward to help me with my mindfulness. I'm sorry about the extra noise, guys. Help me with my mindfulness, as well as be in a receiving mode to receive my guidance from within. You know, I mean, we have our own higher self. That'll be a video that I cover soon. And we have our intuition that lets us know what's going. It almost gives you a warning sign of what's going on. You'll hear things like you'll hear people talk about ringing in the ears and things of that sort. That's just your ancestors, or your spirit guides, depending on which ear it is, trying to speak with you. So always try to be in a receiving mode. Receiving mode also good for trying to manifest. Okay, I mean, it's so easy for us with the type of program that we had. Things are not going to change overnight when it gets down to you being in a receiving mode. Some people are so closed off and don't even know it. You know, it's always, especially starting your spiritual journey. It's always to try to get a mentor. I mentor as well, but find someone that resonates with you to help you through that and to help guide you and get you on the right track. Um, a lot of the downloads that you will receive during this time of Lionsgate, it can be it's almost like a catalyst for spiritual growth and transformation. Once again, you'll have new perspectives, new insights, new understanding. A lot of times, um, I have a whole journey. I have to do a video about my routine that works for me on my spiritual journey right now, that helps me get in alignment with my ancestors so they will give me inspired action when they give it to me and things of that sort. New perspectives may come in, new insights, and you'll have some understanding on questions that you may have or situations that you may be in. Okay. um it at this time as well, once you start getting new perspectives again and understandings, it's going, and those downloads, it will help you to release old patterns. Okay, it's a lot because you know it'll help us to expand our consciousness and release old patterns so that we can get into alignment with your higher purpose. I mean, all of us have programming patterns, is what I call them, and they're not going to stop overnight, but you have to consciously work on them. This is what I tell people. you know Spirituality is, this is a real life thing. This isn't a fad. This isn't, oh, this is the shit right now. No, This is a real life thing. You work on yourself every day, all day. I mean, this is what it is, because the name of the game is you need to get in alignment with your higher purpose. And if you don't know how to get in alignment with your higher purpose, let me know down in the comments and I will make a video about that as well. Again, Lionsgate energy really helps you to manifest and amplify your abundance. And it's going to happen through your intentions. Okay. During this time, it's all about positive affirmations and visualization of your goals. Okay. And be grateful for the achievements that you have thus far. Being in alignment with your thoughts, it enhances like the energy behind your manifestations. You have to be in alignment. You have to set those intentions. I just did a reading a little while ago, and I was telling my client, I said, that he wanted to ask about getting a new job. And I said, gave him the information. The spirit said he will get a new job. However, he needs to choose and apply for the job that he wants. Once you would choose and apply for the job that he wants, like I was explaining to him, you're going to get it because it's going to be in alignment. You see, alignment to your higher purpose. I mean, it really is that important. Stop taking these jobs because, I need that $36 an hour. I need this. No. Because see, $36 an hour is going to be great, but it's going to be a job. It's going to be hell. You ain't going to like it. There's no flexibility. They don't have any PTO time. You know what I mean? They don't halfway pay right. You've got to start applying for things or doing things that make you happy or things that you will be satisfied with. That's the biggest thing. So, in closing, for the most part, just know that, again, with the Lionsgate, if you need help with trying to enhance your to try to align with this energy, put it down in the comments. We can chat back and forth, but I would say overall, get yourself a spiritual mentor, whether it be a spiritual awakening coach like myself or another spiritual mentor. Everyone needs to have a coach, okay, just to help you get on track. What you're going through, what you're dealing with, when these high energy days come up in the month, things of that sort. Okay, so if you guys have any questions or any concerns, or you want to add to what today's video was about Lionsgate, by all means, put your information or your questions down in the comments, and I will be happy to answer them and make videos off of that as well. The next situation we'll be talking about is the type of work, whether it be rituals, candle magic, things of that sort, water magic, anything that you could think of in the Lionsgate portal energy. We'll talk about that in the next video so that you'll be well versed in what you can do to definitely harness into this energy. Thank you so much, guys. Again, this is Sunny, your Earth Babe. Thank you for being a part of my reality today. Please make sure you click the like button and you also click subscribe so you don't miss the next videos that I'm going to have or any lives that I will schedule for us. Going forward, you can always check out my TikTok, which is Sunny, SUNNI _ the Indigo Child. Or you can check me out on IG, which is sunny.theearthbabe. So thank you so much for hanging out with me, and I will chit chat with you guys later.